If you are a parent and have kids at home or young learners that are in music lessons and you are having a really hard time getting them to practice and getting them to get engaged with their music lessons, you have to try the Soundbrenner Spark. If you're unfamiliar with the Soundbrenner range of products, they offer a Metronome smartwatch for musicians that basically sends a pulse of vibration through the wrist of the player. It can also synchronize with an app to track progress as well, and there's a lot of other features. One of the things that I've learned as a guitar teacher, I've taught guitar full-time for almost 10 years now, especially when working with kids. It's extremely important to give them something that will push them to kind of grow. And so anything that we can do as a teacher or as parents to invigorate the student and make them want to learn, want to practice, all the better. And so these are great tools. So many young learners are interested in technology, obviously, in the day and age that we live in. These are sized specifically for younger learners with a smaller kind of band as opposed to the adult size band. And basically you'd pop this on your wrist. You can synchronize it with the practice app and to track progress and hit practice goals. And it will basically vibrate and pulse into the wrist when you're playing with this and practicing with it, so that your student and your child can learn to cultivate good sense of time. With this particular model, this is basically the same thing as the Soundbrenner Core. It's very similar, but sized for child learners and younger learners. And so due to that fact, it has all the same kind of features that you'd expect with the more pro metronome as well. As I mentioned, it also includes their practice motivator, which is basically their app that kind of tracks progress and helps students reach their goals. It also includes the chromatic tuner that is built in here in addition to the metronome. So that's one thing that I always struggle to get my students, mainly younger students, to commit to, is tuning their instrument, just because they don't want to have to go through the hassle of that. But that's obviously incredibly important to be practicing in tune, so you're reinforcing constantly what it sounds like to be in tune. And so this is like a great way to make tuning a little bit more fun. Super helpful to just have that in one place too. Not only do you have your metronome, but your tuner in kind of the same wearable. You don't have to grab a separate tuner for your instrument. It's just already right there. You flip over right onto your tuner mode of the smartwatch and you're up and rolling. And then just flip back to your metronome to start practicing. So super, super powerful there. It also includes too a decibel meter, which isn't something that honestly I was worried about when I was a kid, but I totally should have, as I've had a busy kind of music career, both in musicianship and in live sound as well. And honestly, I haven't done the best job over my career of truly protecting my ears. And so I'm very safety conscious with my ears these days. But again, I could have protected my ears a whole lot better kind of growing up. And so this kind of helps to kind of instill that in your child too, the importance of protecting your ear, as it's a huge asset to every musician, your largest asset. And so that's really cool. In fact, these will actually light up and start sending a kind of warning message when you exceed certain dBs that are unsafe to the ear. So super cool. They kind of built that in. I think that's super useful as well. In addition to all these more musical functions, you also have standard smartphone, usability. So if your student has a smartphone or smart device, you can kind of sync that up for notifications to their watch from there. And you can also set to, I would say, even more helpfully to obviously just alarms and timers right on the watch itself, just so that you can kind of keep track of practice as well. If they don't have the app kind of connected at that very time. That being said, the watch itself is IP65 splash resistant, so it is resistant to water and all that. And then it's got multi-day battery life too. So in standby mode or watch mode, you've got 4+ days of battery life. And then in terms of like actual metronome playtime, when you're actually using it at the moment, it's got 3 hours of metronome playback on the device itself. So pretty good charging time. as well. These charge really fast. I've used a lot of their products, and they're fast charge, and you're up and running again pretty quickly, but they hold their battery fairly well as well too. So there's just a lot of really cool features with these. These obviously make great Christmas presents, birthday presents, as we're heading into, this is October now, mid-October. So we're headed into the holiday season. These make a great gift for your students to encourage their practice and motivate them to higher growth level and success on their instrument. So it's great whether you're playing guitar, whether you're playing drums, whether you're playing piano, just super great product all around. So be sure to check this out. You'll notice in the description, I do have a affiliate link if you do want to check that out to save 20% on your order for these guys or any of the other Soundbrenner products. You can check that out in the description below to save that 20% off your order, or use coupon code Joshua Krell SB as in Soundbrenner. When you check out through their website online. So hope you find this helpful in your students' practice sessions, and maybe you as an adult too. They make adult versions of these devices, and they're super powerful tools for the modern musician. So definitely check it out, and I will see you in the next video.